The wine glass exploded against the wall, the sound slicing through the stillness like a scream. Red spilled down the white paint, dark and thick, soaking into the grain of the floorboards until it looked like blood. My hand shook, not from the crash, but from the phone clenched in my grip. Its screen blazed a message that hollowed me out from the inside. She was barely conscious last night. Didn't even remember her name. He made sure of it. Across the table, Lena sat frozen. Her eyes were wide, lips parted, but no words came. The silence between us felt alive, pressing down until even breathing hurt. I'd known something was wrong for weeks. Her late nights at the office, the unfamiliar perfume, the laughter that didn't quite reach her eyes when she mentioned her boss, Victor. I told myself I was imagining it, that it was stress or maybe just my insecurity. But this message, this truth, I couldn't rationalize it away. Claire, her co-worker, had sent it, and her words were a knife. Victor had drugged Lena, taken her somewhere after client dinner. She hadn't even known where she was. My stomach churned, nausea burned in my throat as images I didn't want to see played in my mind. Lena, disoriented and defenseless, while I sat at home in blissful ignorance. Lena, I managed, my voice low and rough. What happened last night? Her hands twisted together, knuckles white. I don't know, she whispered. I remember the dinner, a few drinks, and then nothing. I woke up in a hotel bed, alone. I thought I just blacked out. Her voice cracked, and when she met my eyes, I saw something raw. Fear, shame, confusion. I wanted to believe her. God, I wanted to. But the doubt coiled deep inside me, hissing questions I couldn't silence. Why hadn't she told me sooner? Why had she brushed off my concerns about Victor's behavior? The wall behind her was streaked with wine, the scent heavy in the air. It mixed with something else, betrayal, thick and sour. By morning, I was driving through the city with no clear plan, only a violent clarity that burned hotter with each turn of the wheel. Victor's firm loomed ahead, a glass fortress built on arrogance. I stormed past a receptionist and shoved his office door open. He was there, mid-50s, silver hair, expensive suit, that smirk that told you he thought he was untouchable. Ethan, he drawled, leaning back in his chair. You look upset. Trouble at home. It took everything in me not to reach across the desk and crush that smirk off his face. Did you touch her? I growled. He stood, straightening his tie, the scent of his cologne sharp and invasive. Careful with your words. False accusations can ruin a man or a marriage. He smiled, close enough for me to see the deceit glinting in his eyes. Lena's smart, ambitious. Maybe you should ask what she wanted. I left before I could do something I'd regret. But his words sank into me like thorns. Was he lying? Or twisting something I didn't understand? When I got home, Lena was waiting. She looked smaller somehow, hair unkempt, shoulders trembling. You saw him, she whispered. I nodded. He didn't deny it, but he said you wanted it. Her gasp broke like glass. You think I'd let him? Tears streaked her cheeks as she clung to me. Ethan, please. I swear I didn't know. Her voice cracked, collapsing into sobs. I held her, but my arms felt heavy, unresponsive. I didn't know whether I was comforting her or myself. Days blurred together. I barely slept, haunted by images of that night. Finally, I broke the last rule I thought I'd never cross. I went through her work emails. Victor's messages started professional, then turned predatory. Wear the red dress. Clients like confidence. You owe me for that promotion. Lena's replies were restrained but never confrontational. Avoidant. Careful. Too careful. I tracked down Claire, the co-worker who'd sent the text. We met in a half-empty cafe. She looked pale, her voice trembling. He's done it before, she said. Other women. He drugs them. Makes them doubt themselves. I should have warned Lena. Why didn't you? I snapped. Because he ruins people, she whispered. Careers. Lives. Her fear was real. So was her guilt. And for the first time, I saw the full scope of what Victor had done. How many others there were. That night, I sat alone in the dark, watching Lena sleep upstairs. I told myself I couldn't go to the police without proof. that I was protecting her. But deep down, I knew what I was about to do wasn't justice. It was vengeance. I started tearing his empire apart from within. His partner, Greg, talked too much when drunk. I recorded everything. Every shady deal, every whispered confession. His daughter, Elise, young and desperate for affection, let slip details she didn't mean to. I didn't touch her, but I let her think I might, just long enough to get what I needed, Victor's private files. Piece by piece, I built his downfall. The night of his company's gala, I brought Lena with me. She didn't want to go, but I insisted. The penthouse sparkled with laughter and greed. As Victor took the stage to give his speech, I sent the files, emails, recordings, everything, to the press, to regulators, to anyone who could burn his name. His phone buzzed mid-sentence. His face drained of color. He stammered. No one else noticed, but I did. Lena did. She grabbed my hand. "What did you do?" "Enough," I said quietly. By dawn, his empire was collapsing. Lawsuits, frozen accounts, headlines screaming his name. His allies turned on him. Even his daughter walked away. Lena and I stood in the kitchen again, staring at the faint stain on the wall where the wine had bled months before. She looked at me for a long time before asking, "Did you do it for me or for yourself?" I didn't answer. I didn't know. I destroyed the man who hurt her. But in the process, I'd scorched everything else too. Trust doesn't rebuild cleanly. And as I looked into her tired eyes, I couldn't tell if she saw the man who loved her or the monster I'd become trying to protect her.